I want to let everyone know, sponsors of today's program, along with many community, local community and national community organizations, is sponsoring today's program. A very important public program and a very important public service that this body and the individuals as sponsors is bringing to our community. We're at a time in a period where we've seen the kinds of assaults on poor and working people that are unprecedented in recent history. They want to take back absolutely everything that we have fought for in decades, over decades of time. They want to turn back the clock. I'm not sure where they're turning it to, but in any event, we are going to have to do something about it. We can't just let that happen. So, as I said, in addition to the National Coalition to Protect Civil Freedoms, there are a list of co-sponsors, which I would like to read so that let you know the breadth and scope of this activity. The Michigan Emergency Coalition Against War and Injustice, McCowie, the Bill of Rights Defense Committee, the Center for Constitutional Rights, Council for American Islamic Relations in Michigan, the National Committee to Stop FBI Repression, Project Salam, Islamic House of Winter Dearborn, the Muslim Center Detroit, the American Friends Service, Michigan Criminal Justice Committee, the Program for Peace Education Peace Education Center of East Lansing, Greater Lansing, I'm sorry, the Greater Lansing Network Against War and Injustice, the U.S. Human Rights Network, Jamaat al-Muslimin, sure I'm not saying that correctly. Say that again?
Muslimin.
Thank you very much. The Friends of Human Rights in Tampa, the Families United for Justice in America, the Justice for Safa and Harris Support Committee, the Islamic Organization of North America, the Detroit Coalition Against Police Brutality, the Sugar Wall Center for Economic and Social Justice, the Jewish Voice for Peace in Detroit, the Michigan Peace Team, and finally the Grand Rapids Institute for Information and Democracy. So as you can see, this is a broad coalition of groups and organizations rising to the occasion to bring to the public an awareness of the crisis that we really are facing. That is the crisis of an attack on civil liberties that is unprecedented, and it has to be challenged. But this meeting is intended to give people the information that they need to know about why this is so serious and something that we cannot ignore. I want to also welcome all of you today, but most especially I'd like to welcome the family of Kifa Jayuski, who is one of the persons victimized by this, what do they call it, preemptive prosecutions. Hadia Jayuski, who is the wife of Kifa Jayuski, was going to speak on the panel today, but she's not able to do that. She is here though, and we want to welcome her to this event this afternoon. And of course, our solidarity with her is unquestioned. So we are going to present the information today in a panel form. There will be, the first panel will be presented by Tom Burke of the Columbia Solidarity Activists. Our first presenter, Tom Burke, is a labor union and Columbia Solidarity activist. Tom traveled to Columbia in December 2003, hosted by the Oil Workers Union of Columbia, at a time when pro-government death squads were murdering 3 Colombian trade unionists every week. And of course, who's the ally to this murdering regime? None other than Washington, D.C. Tom helped, along with other members of the Colombian Action Network, Tom helped to launch the successful boycott of Coke. And I hope that all of us in this room are continuing to do that. Boycott Coke, that is. Tom is a spokesperson for the National Committee to Free Ricardo Palmera, a Colombian revolutionary held political prisoner in solitary confinement by the U.S. government in this country. Isn't that the way that they silence struggle and change in this country all the time? The FBI served Tom and his wife with subpoenas to appear in front of the grand jury on October 19th last year. He is choosing not to participate in a process where the U.S. has planned to take 23 jurors. There is no judge. He is not allowed to have a lawyer, and the proceedings are conducted in secrecy away from the public and the press. Tom is a spokesperson for the National Committee to stop FBI repression. Our next panelist, Dr. Tamir Mahena, was born in Virginia to Egyptian parents. Dr. Tamir Mahena is the brother of Muslim prisoner Dr. Tariq Mahena. And last name? Tamir currently resides in Boston, Massachusetts, where he works in the pharmaceutical and biotech management consulting industry. When his brother was arrested in 2009, Dr. Mahena rallied the support of thousands of people with the help of groups and of associates that today constitute the Tariq Mahena Support Committee. The committee is the core steering group for the Free Tariq campaign, a broad-based grassroots movement to bring greater attention not only to the true facts and realities of the case being fabricated against his brother Tariq, but also to the cases of other Muslims who face similar circumstances in the United States without their own support mechanisms. And finally, this panelist will be Samir Sadiqui. Sharman is a sister of Shafa Sadiqui, whose preemptive prosecution case took place in Atlanta, Georgia, where her family currently lives. She lives in Michigan and is pursuing graduate studies in social cultural anthropology. She is currently preparing to conduct her dissertation research on the impact of U.S. government war of terrorism on Muslim American youth. She is a member of Families United for Justice in America. Sharman also serves as a member of the Prisoners and Families Committee of the National Coalition to Protect Civil Freedoms.